Thank you very much, Ambassador Sasser, Congressman Kirk, and Congressmanship, for such a interesting and informative talk. It is now my great privilege to introduce Ambassador Ronald Kirk, United States Trade Representative. USTR and U.S. trade and economic issues are on top of everybody's agenda, and as well as the Office of the U.S. Special Trade Representative. And Ambassador Kirk can speak to us today about his perspective and outlook from this very important assignment of our country. Ambassador Kirk was nominated to the United States as a United States Trade Representative by President Barack Obama and was confirmed by the U.S. Senate on March 18, 2009. Another good date, 18. As U.S. so it must be great luck. As U.S. Trade Representative, Ambassador Kirk serves as the President's principal trade advisor, negotiator, spokesperson on all trade issues. His office is responsible for developing and overseeing U.S. trade policy, including strategy, negotiation, implementation, and enforcement of the multilateral, regional, as well as bilateral agreement. Ambassador Kirk has more than 25 years of legislative and economic experience on all levels, local, state, and federal level. As the first African-American mayor of Dallas from 1995 to 2001. He earned a reputation for bringing together diverse coalitions to get things done, including successful economic development programs and expanding Dallas' reach to the world through a range of trade programs as well as trade missions. His previous position includes appointment by Governor Ann Richards to serve as Texas Secretary of State, service as a legislative aide to the U.S. Senator Lloyd Bentsen, and service as chair of Texas General Service Commission. Ambassador Kirk also served as a City of Dallas Assistant City Attorney. Another lawyer. I should be a lawyer, otherwise I know I picked the wrong school to go to. But, okay, anyway, but then you learn too late. Okay, prior to joining USTR, Ambassador Kirk was a partner at Winston & Elkins LLP. He has been actively involved in community and has been recognized by numerous state and national organizations. He was named one of the nation's top government relations lawyers by the Best Lawyer in America from 2007 to 2009, and received the University of Texas Distinguished Alumni Award in 2001, the Woodrow Wilson Center for Public Policy Outstanding Public Service Award in 2000, the Young Texas Exec Award in 1995, and as well as the Austin College Distinguished Alumni Award in 1994. He's also a recipient of the Honorary Doctoral of Humane Letters degree from the Austin College in 2006 and the Mickey Leland Leadership Award from Texas Southern University in 2004. Ambassador Kirk was born and raised in Austin, Texas. Probably by now we have that crew. And received the Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science and Sociology from Austin College in Sherman, Texas. He received his law degree from the University of Texas School of Law in 1979. He's married to Matrice Alice Kirk, and they have two daughters, Elizabeth and Kathleen. Please join me in welcoming Ambassador Kirk. We look forward to your great comments. Thank you.
John, thank you so much for your kind introduction, and thanks to the other 5 co-chairs of this great event for the opportunity to come and present to you. I've heard that introduction. As people say, I've had 25 years of experience. It always makes me feel older, but I sit here and look at how youthful Ambassador Sasser looks, and I remember running around Capitol Hill as a young aide to Senator Lloyd Bentsen when he and the ambassador were working together, and I know shared a great friendship. So, Mr. Ambassador, it's a pleasure to be in your company as well. And my good friend Wilson Chu is here from Dallas. It's good to see Wilson and my former colleague under Governor Richards, Robert Gee. So I very much feel as if I am among friends and appreciate the opportunity to join you for just a few minutes. I know that the Committee of 100 is an engaged community that assembles a wide range of leaders with ideas, talents, thoughts that help to improve Sino-U.S. relations, and that, yes, even you have a few lawyers. But, John, I can assure you every lawyer in this room would swap places with you if given the chance. So we would, you obviously followed a very wise and productive career path. But I want to thank you all as a committee and an organization for serving as an important bridge of leadership between our two great nations of China and the United States, and for your leadership to broaden and deepen the cultural and business relationships between our countries. So thank you for all that you do to improve Sino-American relations. The magnitude of importance of our relationship with China, both economically and culturally, cannot be overstressed, and obviously you heard from two of our brighter leaders in Congress and their thoughts regarding this important relationship. And I'm sure many of you know, if not all of you know, the importance of our trading relationship with China. Last year, two-way trade between the U.S. and China was just at $400 billion in total goods and services back and forth. This makes China our second largest trading partner. Now, our challenge as we move forward is how we balance the need for expanded global relations against a backdrop of a current economic recession and now a potentially global health crisis in which people's natural tendency is to become inward and become more protectionist. But our approach is to make sure that we take a constructive approach to problem solving, that we always have our eye on the future and the horizon. The United States and China will need to do serious business if the world's going to work its way out of the current economic crisis, but I believe we can do that. I know many of us were encouraged, in particular, when our two leaders stood together and committed to take on this task at the recent G20 forum and to work together to build a more positive, cooperative, and comprehensive relationship for the 21st century. President Obama has also recently committed to undertaking long-term economic reform here in the United States beyond what we've accomplished in the short-term stimulus package. And I believe an important part of our economic recovery will be our maintaining a robust trade agenda. Trade constitutes about 13% of the U.S. GDP. And so we are a strong underpinning of our economy, and we have great opportunities to help grow the economy and create additional jobs, not only here, but also with our trading partners. So a course correction for global imbalances is imperative if we are going to get the world's economy on an upward track. I think that each country has concerned citizens who've worked together and committed to working together so that our voices may be heard and that our leaders can continue to find the strength and the resolve and the support they need to work together and solve the problems that mutually plague each of our countries. Now, I can tell you as a former mayor, I recognize the need to enthusiastically and energetically engage those who help us relate to the world. One of my real joys as mayor is I worked in a building that was designed by one of the founders of your great organization, IMPay. He designed the Dallas City Hall that opened in the early 70s and is now widely regarded as one of the first and best examples of what we then called post-Watergate architecture. But what we're most... Now, when we worked in the building, we just thought they were cheap because all the exterior walls were glass. But it sounds a little more romantic if you call it post-Watergate architecture. But what we're most proud of, and if you haven't been to Dallas, is the incredible Morton Meyer Performance Center. It's our symphonic hall that IMPay designed. And you know, forgive me for having an acute case of mayoritis. I think it really is regarded as one of the top 4 or 5 performing halls in the world. So if you really want to see the genius of IMPay, you've got to come to Dallas. It's an interesting world in which we live. I also had the privilege as mayor as I led my very last trade mission to China in 2001. That was an extraordinary opportunity for Dallas to better understand one of our emerging partners for the DFW region. And I had an opportunity just last week to welcome my counterpart from China, their Minister of Commerce, Chen, and we had a wonderful meeting last week. The Minister of Commerce will come and we'll meet next week. I met with your ambassador and other ministers last week as we talked about ways to work collaboratively to improve this important relationship. I've let them know that we'll work together to find a better path to going forward on issues like Doha that are of mutual concern to both of our countries, and we're going to work in a thoughtful way to deal with those issues that have been more troubling for each of us. But I know with the support of organizations like yours that we can work together and find stronger ways to strengthen this important bilateral and multilateral relationship for the years to go.